and I'm going to be going over the syllabus with you today. This is the first day of class. Welcome. And this is P1512 or E1114, Introduction to Christian Counseling, or Christian Counseling for Church Leaders. I want to specifically go over what your assignments are going to be for this class. And to begin with, we can take a look at the overview, which will be Saturday to Monday. Of course, you're free on your Sabbath. But in general, you're going to be viewing your video that I have for you every week. Sometimes there will be more than one. And as well as viewing your video, you're going to need to be doing the reading assignments that are outlined on your course schedule. So I'll go through each one of these individually, watching your video and then doing your reading assignments. And we are going to have online chat sessions every other week, beginning with the first week. And this is going to be a time that I'm going to be available to answer any questions or to follow up on assignments or to provide you with additional information for the week. I would like for you to try to be there. This will be specific standard time. It's going to be from 4 to 4:30 on Tuesdays or 9 to 9:30 on Tuesdays. And again, that is specific standard time. So participation is required, and I would like for you to let me know if there is some reason that you are not going to be able to participate. These sessions will also be recorded so that you can view them later. And then you are also, for each week, going to have at least one, sometimes two discussion questions that I would like for you to reply to. And you need to have the replies done by Wednesday at midnight. And these questions are meant for you to synthesize and evaluate certain elements of counseling. And then you're not only going to be responding to the question, you can do it through a video, you can do it through text, however you feel more comfortable. But then you're also going to be replying to two responses that the other students have made. And I want you to be very careful about how you respond to other students. This is not a time for you to critique their responses. It's a time for you to play off of their responses. It's a time for you to develop increased self-awareness. Maybe you identify with another student. Maybe you have a different perspective that you would like to share. But be careful that your responses are about you or about information that you have gleaned or what you want to share in terms of your own experience, readings, but do not focus on the other person and evaluate the other person. And then I do have a grading rubric for your responses. So you will fit in one of 4 categories. You're going to be a drifter, a contributor, a valuable contributor, or an excellent contributor. And I'm not looking for length so much as I am looking for thoughtfulness. And just having a very prayerful answer and connecting with your classmates in terms of how you are answering the questions and how you're responding to other students in the classroom. And then the next assignment that you're going to be expected to complete this semester will be a report on Peter Scazzero's book, The Emotionally Healthy Church. And this assignment is worth 60 points. There are 12 chapters. Each chapter is going to be worth 5 points. And I want you to read the chapter. I want you to do a summary of the main concepts. I want to know that you read the chapter. And a half a page, single-space summary of the main concepts will be followed by your personal reflections. What did you identify with? What did you agree with? What did you disagree with? What have you experienced in your own life that's very similar, or what have you seen others in ministry experience? I need for you to supply me with about a page in response to each chapter. If you quote from the book, I need you to indicate that in a citation in terms of giving me a page number where that came from. Of course, you don't have to cite the book because we know what the book is. Each one of these chapters is going to be due as indicated on the schedule, and 1 point will be deducted for each day that it is late, unless you get a hold of me and give me some type of reason why I shouldn't deduct the points. The next assignment is the community resource paper. Very important assignment. I've done this with my students who are come to the North campus in Northern California, and they have found this assignment extremely helpful. But what I want you to focus on is you are going to be expected to interview either by phone or email 4 counselors in your area where you live. The purpose of this assignment is that when you have somebody who comes to you who has an issue that you don't feel like you could help them with, or perhaps you've tried to help them and it has not been resolved, and you need to refer them to somebody else in your community, that you have people that you feel comfortable referring those in your church to. So you need to think about starting this assignment as soon as possible, and I want you to focus on 2 different groups. The first group is you want to interview 2 individuals who consider themselves to be Christian counselors. These are individuals that may or may not be licensed. They may or may not even have formal training, but they are billing themselves as Christian counselors. They're perhaps counseling out of their churches. But I want you to interview them and ask them some of the following questions. So if you have a piece of paper and pen, you may want to write this down. So what kind of questions are you going to ask them? Well, first of all, you're going to want to ask them what their education is. What kind of degrees do they have? Where did they get the degrees? Secondly, you're going to want to ask them, what is their philosophy of counseling? Of course, when they call themselves Christians, you're going to expect them to have a Christian worldview. But what do they use in their counseling besides the Bible? Or do they only use the Bible? What approach do they espouse to? You want to ask them if they see all different kind of clients, if they see only adults or if they see only married couples. You want to ask them if they see kids, what their office hours are, what their rates are, what they charge, if they don't charge. And then you're going to want to ask them what they do in order to continue to hone their skills. If they do any kind of continuing education, what organizations they're a part of, are they credentialed, and that type of thing. And so for the next group, which I call professional counselors, these are going to be individuals who are licensed. They may be social workers, psychologists, marriage and family therapists, but they do have a licensure from their Behavioral Board of Sciences from their state. And these individuals may also be Christians, and they may not be Christians. But I want you to ask them the same questions that you would ask the Christian counselors. And then for the next area that I want you to get more information from your local community is, what are the acute psychiatric hospitals in your community? Where are they located? Do they accept just adults, or do they also accept children? And you may find that your community doesn't have an acute psychiatric hospital, but the local hospital has a wing where they house individuals who have acute psychiatric problems. When I say acute, these are individuals who perhaps they have schizophrenia or major depression, and they're finding that because of the stress in their life, they're not able to function in a way that they feel comfortable in the community, and they just need to spend about a week, 10 days in the hospital, which is pretty much all that you'll find. That the stay is in acute psychiatric hospitals are usually no more than about 10 days. But where are those facilities located? Who do they? Who are they equipped to handle in terms of ages and populations? And then the next group is going to be your local psychiatric day programs. And there are quite a variety of day programs in communities. It may be that it is a mission, step down for people who have gone to rehab, and they stay for 3 months to a year. It may be a teen challenge where they stay for like a total of a year. It may be a facility where you have individuals who go just part of the day. They're working, and then they may be withdrawing from medications, and so they may be going from like 6 to 9 in the evening. Or it may be a day program for people who have mental health disabilities that they go every day, where they get where they are taught different life skills, or they just go to a place where it's a community that they can interact with others. So, and then the last day program may be a place where somebody is in rehab and they stay the entire day. So there's a lot of different varieties. And then the next group that I want you to get information about will be group homes in your area. Group homes can be for those who have schizophrenia, bipolar. They are getting Social Security disability. They live together, usually in groups of about 4 or 5. There's typically someone there that's going to supervise them. You may have youth group homes in your area. You may have homes where people are rehabilitating in your area. You may have women's shelters in your area. All different kinds of groups that you'll find actually that are available in your community. And then the last expectation is that you're going to find where are your 12-step meetings, your Alcoholics Anonymous, your AA groups, your NA groups, your Narcotics Anonymous groups, your Al-Anon groups, which is for family members. Where are they located? When are the meetings? And then one other group that I want you to find out about is the National Alliance of Mental Illnesses. NAMI is the other name for it. They are a grassroots group of people who have mental illness or have family members who have mental illness, and they have basically banded together to say, you know what, we're the experts and we need to teach the mental health professionals how to do this better, because those who are in the mental health profession realize that the system's broke and that people are not getting what they need in terms of the interventions that are provided. And so this is a huge support system for family members in particular as they're dealing with just the grieving and the complexity of living with somebody who has a severe mental illness. And so as you accumulate all of this data, I want you to do a 6 to 8 page report. It doesn't have to be narrative. Parts of it can be bullet, but primarily narrative. Use Times New Romans, Turabian style. It is going to be due on March 16th, and 1 point will be counted for each day that it is turned in late. And you can upload it to the course LMS site. I'm going to stop here, and then the next video I will give you more information about your Philosophy of Christian Counseling paper and your final, which will be a counseling video.